ancient religions did this weird thing where they would make you sacrifice things to the gods so that they would love you and save you. And Robert Wright wrote a book years ago, atheist guy, called The Evolution of God. He points out that John 3:16 is weirdly probably true, he says, because it's so upside down. He said in the ancient religions, all the gods would make you sacrifice your children so that they would love you and give you mercy. But Christianity says that God sacrificed his own child for you. He doesn't ask you to sacrifice your kid to him. He actually sacrifices for you. Now, if all of that is true, then it demands something of our life. And here's the two big things it demands of our life. First is to offer, here's what Paul says, your bodies as a living sacrifice. So first thing is bodies. And the reason this is important is because in that culture, it was a Platonic Greek, Greco-Roman dualistic culture that believed that the flesh was bad and the spirit was good. And so the point of life was to go to a disembodied spirit world one day and leave this physical, limiting, corrupt body behind. Flesh and spirit dualism sound like something maybe that seeped into Christianity a bit. You ever heard that pitch? It's like, let's just leave this world behind. It's going to blow up anyway. Let's just go to heaven one day. And we're all like, yeah, great. Who cares? And here's the problem. Paul comes in, he goes, no. I want your body. That didn't sound right in context. As I was saying it, I'm like, this is not going to sound good. Paul says, I want your body. I want your body involved in your Christian life. Your body. This is why he writes to see, what happened in that culture was, well, if my body doesn't matter, then I can do anything I want with it, and it won't affect my soul. And Paul goes, no. This is why Paul in 1 Corinthians goes, you can't sleep with a prostitute. Because you sleep with a prostitute, you become one with her in spirit. What you do with your body actually affects your spirit. And so now, before we all go, yeah, those crazy ancient people with all their wacky ideas, we're doing the same thing in many ways in modern culture. And here's how we're doing it. We're doing it through something called personhood theory that basically says, who are you as a person? Who are you in your identity? It used to be that we would say your body actually had a hint to tell you who you are. And inside, your feelings were part of that, but together they help define your identity. Now, we've said the body is no longer a hint toward who you are. What only matters is how you feel. And so we've left the body behind. There's no hint now. You shouldn't use your body to help define who you are. Only use your feelings. And the Apostle Paul comes out, he goes, no. Very dangerous. Because who you are, there's massive hints by the physical world about who you are in your identity. And so, now here's another thing that we've done in Christianity. We've unfortunately pitched the gospel over and over as if God wants your heart. Right? God wants your heart. He wants your heart. Receive Jesus into your heart. And then what happens is we dichotomize that and we go, okay, he wants my heart, but he doesn't want what? My body. So great, you got a room full of people, they gave their heart to Jesus, and then we wonder why we have a generation of kids that give their heart to Jesus and sexually do whatever they want, or get hammered all the time, or lie, or gossip, or whatever it is, because, it doesn't matter what I do with my body, because I've given God my heart. And Paul comes out and he goes, no, you don't understand. Here's what your evangelism pitch should be. Give your bodies to Jesus, right? And that's every age and stage. I'm not talking just a generation. I'm talking about those of you who are like, I gave my body to Jesus, but I spent half, or my heart to Jesus, but I spent half my life gossiping or cheating on my taxes. And he's going, man, there has to be an integration of body and faith because you can't compartmentalize. This is how people end up looking at the church as full of hypocrites.